promised, I had a lot of people asking me about those the Kundalini webinar that they wanted to attend, but many told me that they won't be able to attend it, and obviously there was not going to be any recap or replay for it. So I decided to put up this video because many of those prominent questions, almost everybody had. So I decided to put up this video for you. I hope you liked it, and if you have any more questions, I'll be posting them on future webinars. I'll be talking about them in future webinars, and maybe if possible, I'll make a video for them also in future. It all depends on how it goes. So first, let's see about these are all the common questions that people used to ask me, that how about the first comers for the for this Shakti path, what happens, and what's the kind of feeling that that comes with the Shakti path, and many things like that. So just let's begin. I have just 4 very prominent questions that usually come to me, and so let's begin. So the first question is that many people, they feel that they are not getting enough vibrations, as it is mentioned on my website. At many places on the website, I have mentioned that you might feel vibrations, you might feel this, that, and the vibrations might be they might be mild, they might be strong, or anything like that. So the first thing that I would like to say is that when you are a beginner, and at that time it's like you won't be directly feeling vibrations. I can't even guaranteedly say that, because it's not a damn sure truth for everybody. There are some people, they get very very strong vibrations, even at the very instant when the Shakti path begins. And some people, though they being very much spiritual, though they being very much clear in their minds, though they being very much ready to accept that energy into their body, but still there is something, or something somewhere wrong inside their mind or emotional body, or maybe so that just stops them from receiving those vibrations or feeling those vibrations. I not receiving those vibrations, because the Shakti path energy, as soon as as soon as the transfer begins, it is going to reach you, whether you feel anything or not, it is surely going to reach you. So even if you don't feel any vibrations, it doesn't mean that you're not receiving the Shakti path energy. And because some people, they ask me, are you sure you're sending me the Shakti path, because means no vibrations have been felt yet. So I just have to tell them, clarify them that no, the Shakti path is being transferred equally to all of you. And yeah, so this is there. And what else I would like to say is that the one thing that bothers the Shakti path energy is that too much of expectation. Like some people are like too much tremendously expecting that, oh wow, something magical is going to happen, something extraordinary, some extraordinary energy they are going to feel, some extraordinary powers they are going to feel. So this is like it's that will for sure put off you from feeling anything during the Shakti path, because that that feeling, that too much elated feeling, or maybe too much scared feeling. Some people, they might get too much scared, that oh my god, Shakti path, what if it doesn't turn out good for me, what if I know many people have read about that the dangers Kundalini brings, and many people are scared, but they just talk to me, and for some time up to they are not much satisfied. I can't say that they are not much satisfied by the answers that I have given, but sometimes the ego, that it holds up a lot of fear, since past many years. You might have couple of fears inside you, and you might just get scared that what if those fears, they rather than getting solved, what if they plump up a bit more. So that is what that those are the fears. Even talking to somebody who knows something about it, it might not affect it, like because that's deeply engraved inside the subconscious. So that is why those fears, it might be difficult for you to completely get off those fears. Even if I say it, yes, it's you might have to work on those fears if you have a lot of fears, or if you have too much of excitement, or too much of over exaggerated, like flattered feeling that, oh my god, you're going to feel something very good, oh my god, you're going to get some superpowers, you're going to become a supernatural being after receiving the Shaktipat. Because I know, as soon as you read something like this, that it will give you certain siddhis, it will give you certain powers, obviously I can say, that menu card pops up inside. Oh wow, I would like to have this, I would like to have that. So that is, a common thing between, even I had those kind of thoughts in my mind. So I don't feel that there is anything wrong in it, but yes, that surely comes out from the ego, because yes, you might have gone through a lot of troubles and problems, and many tough times, and just to come out of that time, it might have been difficult for you just to please certain people in your life, whom you might have adored, whom you might have loved up to a great extent. And just then the ego, it just wants to satisfy itself by that you might be that blah blah blah, that person, you might be able to show off that, wow, you're such a good person, they missed such a great opportunity of being with you, and anything like that. So that is there. So it's if you are not feeling any vibrations, the biggest hindering block that might come into your way is your ego. Yes. Now as soon as I say ego, then you might say, oh, ego, maybe she's not talking about me. So that's the first thing that I would like to say. And its ego is, I would first like to clarify that ego is not a big devil inside you. Ego is inside everybody. Ego is meant to bring the consciousness of the soul towards their body, because the soul is born with the soul is it's like Satchit Anand. Soul does not have any fears. It's a part of God. Soul does not have any fears. Soul does not have any insecurities. Soul does not have to. Soul has all the knowledge that of the universe. So one truth the soul knows, that that you don't have to do anything for yourself, for you to exist in this world. What if you are born, then everything that is required for your existence will be given to you. That is one truth that your soul knows. But when you are born in a body, where you're supposed to pay off for certain negative karmas, and maybe you might not be born as a superhuman. So at that time, it gets difficult for you to actually be in that state, and really get results in your life. And so that is why people are I can say they are gifted with an ego. That ego helps you to connect the soul to the body, and it helps the body to realize that there are certain things that you need. If you go towards it, you can do this for you to achieve it, so that you can feel secure, so that you can feel safe, so that you can be taken care of, so that you won't have to struggle, blah blah blah, anything your ego will tell you, that do this, do that, do this, do that. So once the ego is hurt, next time it will always put up a critical question in front of you. Okay, last time you did this and this happened, are you sure this is not going to happen again? When you're going to do this, when you're going to meet that person, when you're going to be in that same situation again? So this is the the questions that the ego places in front of you while you have to go through same situations again and again. And so there is nothing wrong in that, but the problem arises when the ego's chattering becomes too prominent and too loud and too unavoidable, that that the person is confused, and the person is self entangled in just in his own thoughts, and that his ego itself becomes a big problem in his existence. Ego becomes such a big problem that it's difficult for that person to get out of his own thoughts and work, and work, maybe maintain his relationships, earn a bread for himself. That is, yes, in very extreme psychological cases, it's the ego that creates problems. A bit of hard truth, but still, I do feel that it's the ego. If you feel it's not the ego, if it's something else, do let me know in comments below, because according to my thinking, according to my logic and knowledge that I have till now, I do feel that it's that way. So that is how it is. And then the next question I'd like to say is, what to do to feel vibes as soon as possible. So yes, if you are taking a Shakti path, and what to do to feel, now it doesn't mean that you have to take Shakti path just from me. This applies to just everybody. It's not like that, that you just have to participate in a Shakti path with just me, and it applies to almost anybody. Anywhere you go for a Shakti path, and all these answers apply to anybody. So that is there. So what to do to feel vibrations as soon as possible. So as soon as you are in the Shakti path, with the that level, that area, wherever or that that place wherever you go for a Shakti path, or that energy, or that time when you're supposed to be ready for the Shakti path. So you just, the first and foremost thing, to feel vibrations as soon as possible is, it will be again like a thing that that might be a little picky inside. It might be a bit make you a bit uncomfortable inside, but yes, this is one truth, that you have to you have to believe in your guru, you have to believe in your teacher, that if they are saying that you're going to receive vibrations, if they say that you're going to feel this, if they say that you're going to feel that after this happens, so you have to believe it, so because they are saying it. Because I'm not saying that you have to just believe it just because they are saying it. It's something because the teacher, the guru, whoever is giving it to you, they have already received that, they've already experienced that, they've already felt that truth on very much condensed level, after which they feel that they are ready to give. And so that is why it's just like that, just trust them, even if you can't think much, even if you can't find any logic in that. So just trust them and trust what they say. And the second thing is that I don't think there is anything else. You just have to that's the highest point of saying, but just trust your teacher, trust your guru, with your closed eyes. So that is what it is. So as soon as I say this, again your ego will pop up a question, that anything, because ego, it's the work of the ego to pop up questions, to pop up criticism, and to put up critical questions, just because to make you safe. So just try to make yourself just try to be aware, just try to be more and more good towards yourself. Though whatever you do, whichever level of spirituality you are practicing, it doesn't matter, but just try to be good towards yourself, just respect your feelings, and you'll be always doing right, you'll be always doing the correct thing with yourself. So that's how that was the answer for that second question, how to feel vibrations as soon as possible, as soon as the Shakti path begins. So, and yes, as soon as the Shakti path begins, so if you at all are preparing for a Shakti path, maybe for future, somehow, because maybe sorry for that noise. So you might be wanting to prepare for a Shakti path. If you are watching this video at all, I know there is always a reason why we watch certain things, because we are interested and we want to do, or we want to work in that direction, maybe somewhere in the future. So what you can do is, you can start preparing your body for it, because body has, it's not just your body that is going to experience the Shaktipat, it's your entire energy, your entire being is going to experience that. And there are 7 energy levels of your body, so not all 7 are under our control. So there are just, yes, there are 3 levels that are under our control, and they are like the physical level, emotional level, and mental level. So these 3 are the levels that you can work upon, you can remove. First is the physical level. Try as much as possible to remove any physical blockages that you might have. Now you might say, how can I recognize physical blockages? So if anytime in your body you had some disease, you had some problem, you had something, even if you had cold, even if you had some kind of other acute illness, that somewhere or the other it shows that your body has a blockage in it. It might not be that big, it depends on the level of the seriousness of it just depends on the level of how much suffering you have gone through during that time. So the more that is just a sign that it tells you that you need to clear your body. It does has blocks, and to clear the body of blocks is you have to exercise. Exercising also depends. If your body is totally healthy, then you can go for a nice 1 hour exercise daily. Like obviously 1 hour exercising daily, it's like people they have that, oh my god, how am I going to find that much time? But I don't know, I think that 1 hour is, I did myself. So even though I had a lot of work, so maybe I can suggest that, but it's totally your wish whether you follow it or not. And what else is there that that helps the body to clear up? And what else is yes, emotional clearance is also important, like clearing your emotions, clearing your emotional body, because having when somebody continuously has negative emotions, if one negative emotion is there in your system, it will keep on revolving revolving inside your entire system, because it has not yet found any resolution for its problem. So that is why it will keep on revolving. So in that way you can just imagine that how much negative thoughts you have that are going to result into negative emotions, and that many emotions are going to run inside your body. So in negative thoughts, the negative thoughts also are not create mental blocks. And negative thoughts, they are like on a very deep level, and it does take some time for people to realize that what negative thoughts they have, and what is blocking in them, what is blocking them, maybe which thoughts are actually blocking. Yes. So you can see there's a bit of change in me, and that's because of my hair was bothering me, so I just tied it up. So this is here it is. So then the next question is yes, what to do to feel lights as soon as possible. I was just talking about the mental, physical, and emotional blockages. So just try to clear them off as soon as possible. There is a post that I have written about this, and you can read it so that to get idea about how to clear yourself from negativity. So then the third question is what to do to awaken the Kundalini quickly. So to awaken the Kundalini quickly is the one big thing that is extremely essential, and it should not be taken that it is overrated, but the one thing that is extremely absolutely required to awaken the Kundalini is meditation. If you want to awaken your Kundalini as soon as possible, meditation is a must for you. And not just learning a particular what can I say, a perfect method for it, like for meditation, like try to find a very good meditation technique, like Raj Yoga is good. I have I don't know whether I have practiced it because um, I have not read much about it, and I have not actually followed it from the where it has emerged. I have just read about it in books that it is very good, it is very good. So maybe that might be good. I have no idea whether I have practiced it or not, whether I have experienced it or not. Maybe I might have. I don't know. Whatever real meditation is, I think I have experienced. So because the meditation, the moment you start doing it, it will take you some time to experience the real spiritual connection that you feel. But once you begin that spiritual connection, after that your spiritual journey begins. So it's a very is must for you to practice meditation on a daily basis. So if you are like if somebody has to be pushing for that, push you towards meditation, if someone has to push you towards meditation, if someone has to push you to do something that is something that's good for you, something that's good for your health, then I guess you should forget this part because it's for people who want to spiritual evolution by themselves, by their own way, by their own people sometimes they face a lot of Kundalini awakening symptoms. One reason, like Kundalini awakening system, Kundalini itself, it is not at all turbulent. Itself, it is not at all like something that brings a disturbance in the system. Kundalini is actually meant to clear away the disturbance in the system. So you cannot say or you cannot come to a conclusion that it is responsible for this happening to you, or it is responsible for that or for that disturbance. So you cannot actually mental blockages that that were in you. Now mental blockages, I have mentioned that they are most easiest to open, but mental blockages, as you keep on moving higher, it gets more and more, you're more and more responsible to what to say, it's like more and more, you have more and more responsibility, that the more on a higher level you rise, that the more higher level kind of beliefs and thoughts you reflect, not just by practicing them on yourself, but also by practicing them with the people around you, in the work that you do. And so that is why the beliefs and thoughts that might be working for you till now, or maybe for a few years back, they might not work for you, and it might be important for you that you make huge shifts in your mental, what to say, yes, I'm sorry. So it might be very important for you to make huge shifts in the way you think, in the way you believe, in the way you accept things around you, in the way you accept people around you, in the way you accept mistakes, in the way you accept mistakes of others around you. How do you digest it? When is the right time that you start talking about it, whether you need to talk about it or not, etc. There are a lot of things that as you get on a higher level, you have to develop. And it's I think it's Kundalini, just awakening Kundalini and making it cross the 7 chakras. It is not a journey. Once all the 7 chakras are crossed, and once you are connected to the universe, you are connected to the divine, you are connected to the divine energy. That is the time that you are ready to give out to the world, and that is the time when you actually begin to live a life of an awaken. And that is the time you will actually come to know what a human life feels like. So that is how I feel it is. So I hope you like this short informative Q&A session, and I would be surely answering more Q&As, Q&A sessions and videos, whatever you call it. So in future also, if you have any questions for regarding Kundalini Awakening, just drop in the comments below, and I will try to make sure that I include them in future videos that I make. So that's all from me now. If you like this video, just like, comment, subscribe, and you can also subscribe to my newsletter on kundalini-shaktipat.in. And I also have my tarot book published. So if you guys are interested in tarot, so you can just go and get that book. It's quite pretty much cheap, and it's like very less earning on my side. It's just the price is just so that it covers up the publishing cost, and so you can just go for that book. And yes, it's pretty much good. I wouldn't like to say much about it because this is a video about Kundalini. So that is how it is, and see you next time. I hope you like this video, and bye. Love you.